everyone. Welcome to the Align Your Life Wellness Show. Thanks so much for being here. We are here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock p.m. And this show is really all about empowering people towards living a life of enrichment and bringing you resources, tips, information that serves your greater good and well-being. Heather Bischoff is back today. So excited, from Italy, all the way from Italy. Yay! Welcome back. I know she had an amazing time there. Heather is the owner of Dragonfly Direction. She offers leadership development for women. She's also a speaker and mentor, and she's here every second Wednesday usually of the month. I think last week was the second Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So we skipped that because she was off, having fun in Italy, eating pizza. So my name is Jenny Parks. I am a health and prosperity coach. I assist people with basically reaching their health goals and transitioning over into a healthy lifestyle. So today I'm excited because we're talking about one of my absolute favorite subjects, which is personal growth and development. I've been involved with that for myself, I would say, for the past 17 years maybe. Not always as consistent as I am now and have been for maybe the last 10, but it's definitely been something that's been important to me. And to me, it really encompasses body, mind, and spirit. Personal development, right?
Absolutely.
So it's all of it combined. It's not just one thing. So we want to talk about that today. And I think, for me, it's all about kind of, when I think of it, growing and mastering your emotional state, deepening your spiritual connection, taking care of yourself healthfully, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you assist people in your business, too, with things like this.
I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the first thing when you talk about leadership, well, not necessarily leadership development, but personal development, is, are you ready?
Yes.
Because you might want something, or there might be something that you're thinking like, that would be really good, but are you ready? And it also goes back to, and we've talked about this many times before, what story are you telling yourself? Because you may actually be ready for some personal development, but you may be telling yourself excuses of why you can't.
Yeah.
And so I think that's, the first thing is, are you ready, and what story are you telling yourself? And then understanding and knowing that it's a process.
It is a process that never ends. So it's not as if you get to the end point and then you're done and you know it all and there's nothing more to learn.
Yes.
It's an ongoing process.
Exactly.
And like you said, I think so many people stay stuck in the getting ready to get ready phase. I'll do this when, or if, or, when I have enough money, when I've done this, when this happens.
I have a name for that.
I bet I know what it is. What is it?
It's excuses. Yeah.
Exactly.
Excuses. Yes. And so I think, we have to just cut through the excuses and really get real with ourselves and say, there's no reason for us to stay where we are. If we're not content where we are, we have the ability and every opportunity to move ourselves forward. It's just a matter of choice and desire.
Absolutely, and it's unique to the person, too. And just to piggyback on what you said, it's, if you're 50 looking at life the same way you did when you were 20, there's a clue that you might want to, start to invest in yourself a little bit more because, every day I see something in life differently, I feel like. If I'm really tuned in, and I'm not always completely tuned in, but, it is a constant process of evolvement.
Yeah, to me, it's like such an exciting journey.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fascinating.
It is.
And it's like, you begin on this path because there's some sort of a pain point there where you're kind of like, something isn't right in my life. Why is this so hard? Life isn't meant to be that difficult.
No, absolutely not.
We make it so difficult. And so we're willing to take that step to invest in ourselves in this one little area. And whatever that area is, you have to start somewhere. But it's amazing because when you really do embrace in this development, whatever it is, it could be a class, it could be a meetup, it could be something really, seemingly insignificant. And it just opens up the entire world for you, and it's just an amazing thing. And, it comes back to, will you allow yourself to invest and make that investment? Is $50, I hear this all the time where, oh, I don't have $50 or I don't have $500. But yet people will make money for things, they'll do things that are important to them. You'll come up with the money somehow. sell something or work some extra hours, or because you're worth it.
Yeah.
You are so worth it.
Absolutely. I so agree with that, and I hear that a lot too. And I mean, I've invested thousands of dollars in my coach. I've invested thousands of dollars in books and research and just things that I've done on my own. I've also invested money in seminars and workshops and things like that. And the great thing about being on the journey is that, you know, well, actually it could probably be somewhat challenging for some people, is though you can do all of that, but you want to make sure that you're putting it into action as you're going through the process. So don't be this, you know, groupie of workshop seminars, coaches, following these people around and then doing nothing, because, you know, action is where the magic is, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And I think, you know, the other thing is going into that type of stuff with an open mind.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily setting expectations, because I have learned, you know, the bigger the risk, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the reward, and the bigger the gain. And I have met some amazing people by, you know, just taking those risks. And, you know, sometimes the risk was investing the money.
Right.
And saying, oh my gosh, this is going to hurt a little bit.
This is scary. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out.
And then on the other side of that, being like, oh my gosh, why did I even hesitate? And I have gotten to meet the best people in the world as a result of it. And they have really helped me to illuminate the best in myself.
Absolutely. I mean, I could talk about that all day long, about the ways that my life has been enriched. You know, certainly this past year, since taking some of those bigger risks, the gains have been immeasurable, you know, and you just have that faith sometimes when you don't know where the money's going to come from, or you don't know how you're going to make that up, or whatever. You just, it really comes down to faith a lot of times. So maybe that's the starting point for someone who's sitting there going, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, or, you know, have a little faith first, put some trust out there, and it will definitely deliver for you, I promise.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, it comes down to really knowing that you're worth it. And that, to me, is the first start, is telling yourself, I'm worth this investment.
Yeah, and, you know, sometimes when the excuses come up, it can be, you know, the core of that can be the fact that you don't feel that you deserve it. I know a lot of people feel like if they put themselves first, they're putting their kids or their family or something on the back burner, and that makes them feel guilty. Yeah, and it's just the least guilty thing that you can do. Along with we were talking about self-care a little bit last week. It's the same concept. I mean, it's really the least selfish thing that you can do, and the most selfless thing you can do, actually, in my opinion, because how can you be your best and show up if you're not taking time to invest in yourself and to grow yourself first? And how can you be that example in the lives of your family or your children? You know, we all want our family and our children to be the best that they can be. You know, we require being that example in their lives too. We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, maybe we can share some of the things that we do on a daily basis for our own personal growth and development. So we'll be right back.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Align Your Life Wellness Show, here with Heather Bischoff of Dragonfly Direction. We're talking about personal growth and development, and we were just talking about some things. What kind of came to my mind is if you never get off the bench, you'll always, no, if you never get in the playing field, you'll always stay on the bench, however that goes. Yes. And that really applies to personal growth and development as a tool to catapult you forward in your life, no matter what that looks like for you. Everybody's journey is unique, and you know, this isn't about some grand, ginormous, thing that you can't even wrap your head around achieving in your life. Although I think that it's important to have that vision and that dream. That can be what you're going after. What I always like to do is set those measurable, smaller goals that are going to keep me moving forward to the grander vision. So we were talking about sharing some of the things that we do for our own personal growth and development. One of the things that I love is podcasts. So I have a couple of people, my coach included, who does an amazing podcast on a weekly basis. And I love podcasts because they keep me inspired. They keep some of the ideas and some of the action that I want to continue to improve myself on, in my ear and in my face on a daily basis. And it just helps me to stay focused and inspired. And it's something I can do when I'm driving or at the grocery store, cleaning the house. So, when you don't have time, you find where you can steal time from. And that's one of the ways that I implement it in my life daily.
Yeah.
How about you?
Great one.
Thank you.
Well, one of the things, I'm a very creative person, as you know.
Yes.
So one of the things that I know that really fills me up is music.
Yes.
So I love all kinds of music. And so one of the things that I do to invest in personal growth is go to concerts with my husband.
Exactly. Now, who would have thought that would be an opportunity for personal growth and development? It absolutely is. How is that in your life showed up as personal growth?
I would say, one of the things that I've learned, I've been married almost 20 years. 2016 is 20 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Awesome.
And, one of the things that we've learned as our kids have grown is that your marriage relationship is one of the biggest investments you can make. And we neglected to do that. And so just as we've kind of grown together, we've really, we need to do things that we enjoy that are fun. And so it's something that we get to do. We get to have fun. We get to just, be responsible but not responsible. And it's just a lot of fun, and it's something that really fills me. It gives me the energy that I need to do the things that are really important to me. And as adults, we forget to have fun. We
do forget to have fun. We let life take over, and we let other people's schedules take over.
Yes.
And so it's really important
to carve out that time.
Just wrote a blog post
about that.
Did you?
I did, yes, about how why are we living our life on other people's schedules?
Absolutely. Yes. Or on other people's terms.
Exactly.
This is your life. You have 100% say in it.
Absolutely.
I love that idea. And I think that it probably just struck a lot of people as, I would never have considered that personal growth and development.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Or here, you have the excuse that you don't have time, don't have money, but it's probably because you're just thinking, I don't want to do that. It doesn't sound like fun. I'd rather go to the concert with my husband. Well, look at some situations where you can do those fun things in your life and utilize them for your betterment and the betterment of your marriage too, or relationships, anything like that. One of the things that I always make sure that I do is surround myself with like-minded people, because that one for me is big in keeping me on track and focused.
Absolutely.
You lose sight when you're out there floundering around by yourself. And it's nice to be aligned with people on the same path or same mission as you. And like we said earlier, it's all unique to the person. It's not going to look the same, but just having like-minded friends and like-minded people. We have the group Practical Women on Facebook that you can join, which is developing. But that's really what the concept was behind it, was just gathering like-minded people and inspiring people.
Absolutely. And it really is key. It's something that I talk about in my coaching program. and we do a relationship checkup, because when you're looking at developing yourself and personal growth in whatever area, it really is important to reevaluate the people who are in your inner circle.
Absolutely. Says a lot about you.
It says a lot about you, and sometimes it's not, I'm not going to be your friend anymore, I'm not going to talk to you, but sometimes it's, you know, this person is not good for me right now. And that's all that it is. And it's really taking ownership of yourself and saying, listen, I matter, and if I'm going to be any good, if I'm going to be a good friend to this person, it's important for me to move them out of my inner circle for a little while so that I can get what I need to nourish myself so that I can later then nourish them.
Well, and I'm a firm believer that people come and go in our lives, and some stay and some don't. Some go on when the time is right, and when their time with us or the lesson that we were supposed to learn, you know, has been presented. And so it's kind of up to us to really tune in and find out what that was. And, you know, it's okay to just let people go in love and not feel guilty about that, because if it's not serving your higher good, it's keeping you stuck, and it's not serving the higher good of the world either. You know, when you're not serving yourself. That's a great idea. What's your daily action planner? We were talking about this on the break, and I love this.
So this is another one of my personal development tools.
So cool.
You can get this. It's the daily action planner on savorthesuccess.com. They have two versions. They have a 30-day and a 90-day version. And this, on the cover, it says, organize your gorgeous chaos. And this is really how I keep my, you know, life and business organized. It's an amazing tool, very affordable, and I recommend it to clients and peers all the time because it just helps me get organized. It shows the process of, you know, what projects I'm working on, what things I need to do for myself, and, you know, where I am in that process. And they just keep going. You know, the great thing about this is it has a 90-day vision plan or a 30-day vision plan, and then there's literally instructions on how to fill it out and use it and examples, so you can't even mess it up. So,
yeah, exactly. And I love it because it's all in one. It's all right there, and I love that you can do 30. Can you do 60?
Nope.
Or just 30 or
30
90?
or 90. Yep.
So you can break down that vision into that smaller goal, and then break that down into a daily plan of action, because that's really where the forward movement is going to come from, is those small things that you're doing every day consistently. And it's not supposed to be overwhelming. So when you're getting ready to get ready, or when you're in the excuse mode, or when you're listening to the mind chatter, that's all where the overwhelm and anxiety comes from.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool because you can just write it all down, you open it up to the page, and you know exactly
Put it in
what
the
you're
brain
doing.
dump.
Yeah, brain dump. I love it. They have a brain dump space. That's cool. I love that. Well, we have to take another break, but we'll be right back to continue talking about personal growth and development, and maybe offer a few more tips for how you can institute it easily into your life. We'll be right back.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Yes. Everyone, welcome back to the Align Your Life Wellness Show. I am Jenny Parks here with Heather Bischoff. We're talking about personal growth and development. And I was just thinking about how when I first got started, and I don't think that when I first started this little journey of personal growth and development, I actually knew I was doing it. You know, it's just sometimes you start to do things and then you look back and you go, oh, yeah, I see how that situation taught me this. Or, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. Yes. But I think one of the things that I'm cognizant of now is whenever I feel like I'm overwhelmed or I'm, you know, trying to go up the down staircase and I'm, you know, just feeling like that, because like Heather said earlier, life is not meant to be a struggle. It truly is not. We are usually always the cause of struggle in our life. And so, you know, anytime you're at that point, it's just, you know, I always think it's just time to take a breather, step back, maybe get a little brain dump action going on, whatever that looks like for you. For me, that's like scribbling on paper, getting it all out of my head. Or maybe, you know, a good run, something like that. I had one of those yesterday, actually. I was feeling that like, whoa, whatever this is. So I just went for a run, and I ran for 50 minutes, which I have not done. I can't even tell you in how long, so that can tell you how much I had to dump out. But anyways, you just figure out what works for you. That's really what it's all about, finding what works for you. There are literally thousands of things that you can do, thousands and thousands and thousands. And Heather mentioned a few of them earlier. There's so much free stuff out there. So get online, meetup groups is a good one.
Yeah, I would say, you know, get a little bit, you know, reflective with what it is that you're feeling that you need to improve or learn more about, or where you want to be that you're not quite sure how to get there. So if you can narrow it down to some topical type things, and then just start doing research.
Write that down too. You know, don't keep it up in your head, because I know from experience it's not going to stay there. And then you'll be scatterbrained and you'll be moving from one thing to the next. So you might be working on personal growth and development, but you're going this way instead of moving forward. Because you're changing. And
again, remember to stay open-minded, because most of the people who are, you know, I consider, you know, peers, good friends, I met on the internet, which, you know, normally, you know, before my journey had really began, I would have been like, no way, that's too scary. There's crazy people out there. This is not good. But I have met some of the most amazing people, and it just so happens that they're not here. They, you know, they're in other states across the country, and, you know, I love it because even though we're not in the same, you know, geographic area, we have such great conversations that are rich and meaningful. We're able to do work together and share ideas together and support each other, and, you know, we're sharing this journey, and it's just an amazing thing to be able to have people not only in your backyard, but to be like, hey, I have friends in Atlanta or New York or LA, and to just be like, if I'm having a bad day and I just need some support, I can pick up the phone and call any of them.
Yeah, that's such an amazing point. I think sometimes people shy away from going. I know I did for a long time, going and getting out to meetup groups or walking into a room full of people I didn't know, you know, was overwhelming to me. And so to actually maybe get involved in certain groups on Facebook and get to know people that way first, and then create that comfortability level where
Facebook groups are a great place to, I mean, so if you get invited,
if you're partaking.
Exactly. If you get invited to a Facebook group, you know, definitely check out what it's about. If it's in alignment with what you're looking for, then accept that. And if not, it's okay to say no. The other thing that I want to point out is, I mean, the internet is full of great options. There's a ton of personal leadership things. There's things on spirituality. There's things, you know, religious type things. There's things with leadership and business and personal growth. And there's a ton of stuff. But interview people. Like, don't be afraid to check references and ask questions. And it's not an inconvenience, because anybody who has, you know, a valid program is not going to be worried about asking questions. I know with some of my clients, they're going to expect it. Exactly. With some of my clients, they'll be like, you know, I would like some references, and I understand it, and I support that. And, you know, a lot of times it's, you know, well, I need to talk to my husband, and I always offer, I you know, if he wants to talk to me, I'd be happy to talk to him, or if he wants to talk to my husband, or just because I really value that, and I value and honor the investment that people are willing to make in themselves.
Yes.
And that's important to me, and I don't take that lightly.
That's awesome. And, you know, one of the things I hear over and over again in the groups that I am, especially the team that I'm aligned with, is success leaves clues, right? So I think a good starting point sometime is if you just feel too scatterbrained that you can't even consider one thing that you want to work towards, think of one person that you look up to, one person that inspires you. And it could be someone that lives across the country that is, you know, maybe famous or that you think you'll never meet. Start there though, because then you can, you know, get their book. Start there, or you know,
books
find
are
a group.
Great starting place.
There's so many groups on Facebook, for instance. You know, fan groups of a certain book or a certain concept that someone's done a lot of inspirational talks or whatever on books, writings, things
TED
like
Talks,
that.
YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's so start there too. It's again, the journey's different for everyone, so you have to just really find what speaks to you, and then take action with that and surround yourself with people who that's the most important thing.
Well, it is, and I just want to reiterate that point where there's so many resources available to us now where we can read books on our own and join Facebook groups on our own and watch TED Talk videos or watch videos on YouTube. It is so important that you connect with at least one breathing person so that you can
someone with a pulse.
Exactly. Someone with a pulse so that you can have accountability.
Yes.
And that you can actually talk to somebody to make sure that you are on the right track and that you're not, you know, it's easy sometimes to fall off into something and to be like, oh, I want this really bad, but it may not be the right thing for you. And it's good to have somebody who can help say, well, you know, let's realign this and look at this, and why do you like this? Why is this important to you? And that sort of thing, just to make sure that you are on the right track. And with that is going to come some, you know, new revelations for yourself, and that's going to mean that there's going to be some change in lots of different areas of your life, and that's a really good thing.
That is a really good thing and a really good point because, you know, I think I've said it on the show before that I can't see itself. So a lot of times we don't see what we're doing that's keeping us stuck or not doing.
Right.
So to have an accountability partner or a friend, whoever that is just a really important piece of the puzzle, I think, too. So we are about out of time. I know you have something coming up in the fall.
I do.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yes. So I have a webinar that I'm going to be launching in September. So definitely check my website for that because it's going to be super exciting. But I would love to invite everybody to join me in LA in November to celebrate my birthday, my 39th year.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. She's older than me. That's fantastic. Not by much, but
yeah. So I'm co-leading an event called Illuminate Joshua Tree, and we are going to be hiking in Joshua Tree National Park with 10 lucky women who are going to join us. It's going to be an amazing time, and then I'm going to be teaching women how to illuminate themselves under the stars.
Beautiful. Sounds awesome. And how can people find more information out about that?
If you go to dragonflydirection.com, there's information on the website under the events information, or you can join my newsletter, which is, again, through dragonflydirection.com, and you'll get the information in there as well.
Awesome. I love to hike, by the way. I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to go back to the Smoky Mountains. We're out of time, but I'm going to talk about it for a second because I love the Smoky Mountains, and we're getting ready to go. So anyways, love to hike or not, you know, check it out because it's a really cool thing, and I don't think that explaining it even really does it justice here. So, you know, find out the details and find out if it's something you want to join for your own personal growth and development.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm gearing up for self-care for caregivers with Jody Patziner. She was on last week. She was the facilitator for the work of Byron Katie. But she's doing a 6-week series that runs from August 20th to September 24th. Every Thursday, 6 Thursdays, there'll be a different series, and I'm doing the nutrition piece of that. So I'm really excited. If you want more information, contact me. You can find me on Facebook. Love to connect there. My phone number, 317-945-8268, or email me, jennyparks@alignyourlifewellness.com. That will do it for us. Thanks so much for being here today. Heather will be back next month on the second Wednesday of the month, and I'll be back next week. See you then. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone.